Namaste, सभी को. मेरा नाम Sky है. Definitely, I have a Japanese girlfriend, so.
Yeah, we mostly hold our ears like this and say sorry.
Really?
So, do you have any recommendations for the anime?
Japan, it's obvious. Well, you take your hat off. About watching anime is not. Some people say it's very nerdy or it's like it's an otaku thing to do. It was just in my room.
Work-life balance in Japan.
Japanese people are not kind but polite. McDonald's, Hitokatto. I think it's a very structured society. In Japan, I would say like this. 皆さん、今日は僕と、千白さんのポッドキャストを聞いていただき本当にありがとうございます。That girls give to a person that they like, right? There's a thing called White Day next month on March, and it's the opposite. It's maybe try to go to Shikoku, maybe try to go to Kyushu.
Is it possible to manage living in Japan without knowing Japanese?
I think the biggest part of being in a Japanese society is if you're on the train, you're not chatting loudly, you're not having a phone call. That's one of the manners or the atarimae.
What about the dating culture in Japan?
We call that in Japan, in university, jinsei saidai no natsuyasumi. Well, me personally, I really like the dish called oyakodon, which is yay!
So, hello everyone. Welcome to the other episode of our podcast series, Let's Talk. Learning from every journey, big or small. So today I'm very excited, very honored to have our first international guest from Japan, Sky. So firstly, welcome to our podcast, and it's truly a pleasure to have you today.
本日はお時間をいただきありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
どうぞよろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
So for everyone who is listening, Sky is from Japan, the country I personally admire, and is a fourth-year student at Toyo University, majoring at Global Innovation Studies and International Relations. He was also one of the vice president of LinkedIn Student Club Japan, third generation. So thank you for taking out time for this podcast, Sky.
Thank you so much, Jack.
To start us off, could you please tell more about yourself and about your journey?
Okay, so my name is Sky, and as Jack said, my name is I'm in my senior year right now. Fourth year of university, but currently I'm taking a gap year because I want to travel around the world, do different things while still in my student year. During in my university, well, I'm currently working on my social media about spreading positivity and focusing on personal growth. And I actually did a motorcycle trip all around Japan a couple months ago, and that was a really amazing experience as well. And a little bit more business-wise, during my student year, I volunteered in LinkedIn Student Club, third generation, take part as a vice president in one of the team, and that was an amazing experience as well. Just a general introduction, I'm just an individual who's figuring out his own stuff and really excited for his own journey.
That's really amazing. Sky, you grew up in Aomori, that is quite different from the Tokyo city that I've heard. So how was your childhood look like, especially when you grew up as a bilingual and a multicultural student?
Yeah, that is a very interesting question. I would say that my experiences growing up in Aomori, which is one of the rural area in Japan, was quite unique compared to, well, biracial, bilingual students in Tokyo specifically. I would say I had a little tough childhood growing up because I looked different from the people around me. Obviously, there was military base nearby, so I was able to expand and interact with more international students as well. But yes, I would say currently right now I will take that as a positive experiences, but I would say it was very unique.
Okay, so did you face any struggles or any problems in your childhood?
Definitely. I would say in my junior high, I faced that because I look different. A lot of students would ask me like, you know, can you speak English or like why you look different? Just those kind of general. I kind of stand out, and even for my name, I have a more of an American side name. So in Japan, there's a list when you take your own seat. There's a list. And when I find myself, it was so easy, it's just to find the longest name that I could ever look for. Yes.
Okay. So for Indian viewers, Japan is very fascinating. What does daily life in Japan looks like?
For students or just in general?
Uh, in general, and also for students.
Okay. Well, in general, I think Japan life, if you're talking specifically only in Tokyo, it is very hectic. Everyone is very busy with their own stuff. Even for students that I think most of the students have their own part-time job. So they go to university and after that they go to part-time job. So I guess maybe compared to Western culture that, people could meet that more casually. Are you free this afternoon? It's not really like that. You have to plan out everything. Are you free next week on this day specifically on this time? It's yeah. So I think it's a very structured society in Japan. So yes.
We also say Japan is really very disciplined country.
Mm.
So from your experience, how true it is?
That is very true. Giving one example, the trains are most of the time they're never late. If they're late 1 or 2 minutes, they give you an announcement, giving an apology for 10 seconds long, and saying sorry for the inconvenience. So I would say, society-wise, yes, Japan is a very disciplined and structured, and it's a very rule-based society.
Okay, so have you ever felt it as a pressure or something? Like sometimes this much of
Mm.
discipline, we can't fully enjoy our freedom. So
Mm.
normally I want to ask this, have you ever felt there should be not this much of strictness?
Yes, me personally, I feel that sometimes it's too much. I think as a Japanese, people's mindset that they have is, you know, try to not to go on a different rail, right? If everyone does this, no question, just do it. And feels like if you kind of stand out from that, people will kind of judge you of like, why you're getting out of that? Like, why you're not doing what everyone else is doing, right? So for me, yes, I personally had that experiences of not fully expressing myself of who I am being in a Japanese society. But as I said, I mean, I was born and raised in Japan, so it's part of me as well.
Okay, so does this follow in the company also? If company you have some different thought, you can't fully express that.
Mm. Yeah, I would say that could be possible. I'm still in my student year, so my experience will be only based on part-time jobs and short-term interns. But I would say some company, yes, like a Japanese traditional company. For an example, currently I'm working at a gym right now. Well, yeah, I'm working at a gym, and that I really enjoyed having my own facial beard, but they
Okay.
didn't allow that because of the company policy. And I do understand. It's how they think of it. It's if there's a possibility that the customers wouldn't like it, just don't have it. Like taking all the risks out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a groupism society, right? It's not an individual focus. It's a groupism society.
You
Mm.
have to follow all the rules that they are telling. You can't have any objection.
Yes. I mean, it is changing little by little. Obviously, there's a lot of international companies, a lot of Japanese people and companies are having, consuming and trying to adapting to a more global mindset. But I would say that traditional tendency is still in Japan.
Okay. So, all right,
Mm.
Sky. Now it's a time for small game. Like it will be a very simple game, but interesting one.
Okay.
So, in that, what do we need to do? I will say a word or a sentence in English, and you have to respond with a Japanese version of that. Like, for example, if I say hello, you can say konnichiwa, like how we say.
Konnichiwa.
Okay. Okay. So let's.
Okay.
You understood the game, right?
I can reply in Japanese.
You have to reply in Japanese, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So
Sounds
thank
good.
you.
Arigato.
Good morning.
Ohayo.
Sorry.
ごめんなさい. Or すいません.
Sumimasen.
す
I
いま
guess
せ
there
ん.
are more formal versions of that. I have seen some reels in that they told you have to bow down according to the like apology you are asking for. Like,
Mm,
and there are some
that is
different
true.
words regarding that.
Yes. So, I mean, there's two words, gomen-nasai and suimasen. If you translate in English, I would say it would be I'm sorry and excuse me, but you can't really directly do that. Suimasen could be more formal. way to
Okay.
say it. ごめんなさい is just polite.
Casual with the friends.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So the next word is friend.
Friend, 友達.
Okay. McDonald's.
マクドナルド.
The reel was also famous with this, right? The song.
Oh, really?
McDonald's.
マクドナルド.
Okay. So the next
Yeah.
word also comes from that. Kit Kat.
Kit Kat?
Yeah.
キットカット.
Ice cream.
アイスクリーム.
Ice cream only.
アイスクリーム. Yeah, ice cream, right?
Ice cream.
So, アイスクリーム. Yeah, that's how
Okay.
you go.
Good evening.
こんばんは.
Let's eat.
食べましょ
Okay. Excited.
う. 楽しみ.
Tanoshimi. Okay. So that's
Mhm.
the environment of our podcast today. Tanoshimi.
楽しみ. Yeah, I'm 楽しみ too. I'm very 楽しみ.
Okay. So moving further, I want to know
Okay.
more about the Japan student life, like how
Mm.
Japanese students' life is and how the work culture is there in Japan.
Mm. That's a very interesting question. Thank you. I will talk about my experience in growing up all in a Japanese society, and I had 1 year experiencing studying in Spain, which is a very different culture as well. I would say that talking specifically only about in university in Japan, s- it's really rare to find students who are very motivated in their personal interests or personal goals, personal pursuit. It's more of, all right, we get into university. The hard part is getting in. And after you get in, it's more of the easy. It goes the same for universities, company as well, and so on. And so in
So
Japanese, I would
getting
say
in is the easiest part or the difficult one?
the difficult part.
The difficult one. Okay, okay.
Yes, you have to study hard to get in, but once you get in, it's kind of easy, just going with all the flow that you have, which I think is a very different compared to Western culture. That getting in is not that quite like you don't need to have very really hard straight strict preparation, but once you get in, you have to work on yourself, or you'll get fired, or you'll be left behind, or something like that.
Right.
But yes, as I said, sorry, continuing for Japanese society students is that you get into university, you enjoy your first freedom, right? We
Mhm.
call that in Japan in university, 人生最大の夏休み. University is the 人生最大の夏休み, which we say in English is that university is the longest summer vacation you will have in life. That's the expression you have, yes.
So how was your university life in Japan?
Oh, for me, it was amazing, extraordinary, definitely. Since I got into university, what I always didn't forget is that being aware of what I do and how would that affect that myself, everything what I do. So I think I would say every year I had a different mindset and just jumping into different opportunities that I had, which kind of build the personality who I am today. So yeah, I would say that, yes.
So as you told, you have studied in abroad also for in Spain.
Mhm.
So what difference you find in Japanese teaching style, education, and
Mm.
the outside education?
Thank you. For Japanese, it's kind of one way. It's more of the teacher is telling to the students, and it's for students, it's more passive, right? You listen, you take notes. It's not really common for students to ask questions. I mean, you do have that, like students will ask questions, but compared to Western countries, from my experience in Spain, it's more of a interactive class that you have. Teacher and students are in the same level. Obviously, the professor is teaching, but you have an interaction in those classes. But in Japan, it's just one way. Students listen, the teacher teaches. Yes.
And what if the students ask question? Does it feel as rude, taken as rude or something else?
In university, I don't think so. No, even in high school, junior high, it's not rude. It's just you stand out, right?
Okay.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, and the professor is actually happy. I think the professor will be happy to have a lot of questions in their own, explaining in their experts. But your friends or your classmates will be like, "Wow, you're asking a question, that's okay, you know.
I guess
Yeah, it's not
most
rude
of
at all.
the people in Japan are introverted. Like if someone stand out, they see them as a bit different person.
That is very true. So it's a very passive society. Hmm.
Okay. So if any international people that comes to Japan, is it possible to manage living in Japan without knowing Japanese?
Hmm. That's an interesting question. Yes. Well, really depends on what kind of you know, what kind of part that you take in and what kind of group that. So if you're coming as an exchange student, the university will be on your background, and plus, if that university is a very international university, I think it will be easier to find classes that is in your own language or in English, or find a similar mindset who has with your own interest. But if you're coming as a like a working visa, and if you're jumping into a completely traditional Japanese company, I think it'll be difficult if you don't really speak the language itself. Mm.
Right. So most of the Japanese people, they don't know English. Is it true?
Mm. Um, well, I would say that they won't. It's not like they cannot have a conversation in English. It's that like they think that their English is not perfect, so they won't even try to speak in English. It's like,
Okay.
yeah, just being passive. Yes.
And there's a thing, I guess, Joe, most of the international students that are coming or international people, they won't
Mm.
get part-time jobs also because of this language barrier. Because
Mm.
most of the part-time job ask you to communicate in Japanese language.
That is very true. Yes. I think one of the things, if you want to come to Japan, as a as a worker, Japanese language and having a certificate is very necessary. I think it's the one of the necessary things that you must prepare before you come to Japan. Yes.
So our part-time jobs, finding part-time job in Japan is it difficult for the international people?
I would say yes. I don't really hear a lot of international student having a part-time job. Which is, completely in Japanese. Mm.
Okay. And what if they know Japanese? A good level of communicative Japanese.
If you have I think if you have a good communication level, that's sufficiently enough. That will be perfectly enough if you can have a conversation with people that you work with.
And what skills and what qualifications should student have if they are coming to Japan?
Mhm. My what would I recommend to prepare before coming to
Yeah.
Japan? Okay. So first of all, what I mentioned first, the language skill. Understanding the language, even a little bit, will help, I would say. And the second part is, well, this will be hard, but understanding about the cultures and manners is very important, I think. I would say Japanese is a very unique society that it's very indirect, right? We don't say everything what we feel. You have to kind of understand, you have to read the room. That's I think that's very difficult thing to do. So you kind of have to look around and how people interact. If you don't know, you can ask questions, but you can't really go that I think like this. That yeah, you kind of stand out and might give a negative impression to people around you.
But also, I've heard Japanese people are very, very kind. And if you ask about a place that you want to visit, they will like they will leave you to that place. They will walk with you. They will tell you the whole map, and they will be
Mhm.
leaving you to that place. Is that true?
Well, I think in this case, it really depends on the person, right? I mean, in every world, it's not only Japan. I think it really depends on the people. But there's definitely a tendency. I would say if you ask someone in Tokyo, as I said, depends on the person as well. If it's like in a big city, people will just be busy with their own stuff. They're like, sorry, like just keeping going forward with their own life. But maybe in the rural areas, that's very more common. People are polite and they will kind of help you and reach out to lead you where you have to go. But I don't want to be very pessimistic about this, but for what I think growing up in Japan, I would say Japanese people, not everyone, Japanese people are not kind but polite,
Okay.
if that makes sense. Okay, yeah.
No, that's really nice answer. And I'm really sorry if I ask anything wrong because I have just seen it from reels and I'm asking from that perspective.
No, it's totally fine. It's a real conversation. We're having this podcast to,
Right.
just share what we think.
Thank you for that. Okay, so if any foreigners are coming, international people are coming to Japan, any places you would like to recommend them to visit, must
Mm.
visit places?
Well, I would say personally, I know that, Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, the big cities are very beautiful and, appealing. But I would say go out of the big cities, go to the rural area, I would say. Have the authentic Japanese experiences you will have. Maybe try to go to Shikoku, maybe try to go to Kyushu, maybe go to a city that you even never heard of. I think that's, it will be hard to communicate in English, but I believe that having an authentic experience, it doesn't have to be being able to communicate with your own language. It's more you can do a gesture and just experience it yourself. Yeah,
Maybe they can come to Amari to meet you.
exactly.
Is it
That is
pronounced like Amari, right?
Aomori. Yes,
Aomori. Okay, okay.
Aomori. Hmm.
And what city in Japan do you personally love the most?
In Japan, that's a very good question. Hmm. I would say, well, based on my experience for my motorcycle trip all around Japan, there's a small city called Mimatacho, which is in Miyazaki, Kyushu region.
Okay.
And just in general, I really like Kyushu because I felt that people are really warm. Even in, you can say that Japanese people are, but really people differs depending on the region as well, the area. And yeah, Kyushu is my biggest recommendation to go if you want. Yeah, yeah. To just, I felt that people were really warm.
Do you have any incident related to it? Related to the your visit to Kyushu?
To Kyushu, any incident? Ooh. Like it as a negative incident or just, I don't
No,
know.
no, related to any experience. Maybe it can be the funniest one or the embarrassing one.
Okay. Well, during my motorcycle trip, I mean, yeah, obviously I did have a lot of incidents. One of the things when I was heading to Kyushu, I think it was in Yamaguchi Prefecture, that I was riding my motorcycle and I got hit by a deer. I
Really?
didn't fall. I didn't fall, but yes, that was kind of surprising. And yeah.
That was funny and the embarrassing one, huh?
Yes, very much. Yes.
Okay. And other than cities, what about the Japanese food? Any recommendation for the Japanese food?
Japanese food. Well, me personally, I really like the dish called oyakodon, which is it's a bowl filled with rice, and on top you have chicken and onions and eggs. It's mixed together and it's on top. And yeah, well, obviously, sushi and ramen are very good as well, but oyakodon, katsudon, really good.
Okay, I personally want to try these two things. This that is mochi, something that is rice cake, I guess.
Hmm.
And second is the
Yeah.
dora cake.
Dorayaki. Yeah. Dorayaki, yeah, I think it's famous for Doraemon. That, it's
Yeah,
Doraemon's favorite food.
especially like whenever we see that episode, the Doraemon cartoon here,
Hmm.
I have that thing from childhood. Ki whenever I go to Japan, I have to taste it. I guess that,
Definitely,
that will be
please
the first
do.
thing I'm gonna taste it.
I'm really interested in how you would react because some of my friends doesn't like the red bean paste.
Okay.
We call it azuki, which is inside the dorayaki, right? So yeah, it's a Japanese sweet that we have over here, and I'm really excited how you would like it.
And there's one more thing. I don't remember the name. I will tell you maybe. It's the famous thing in Osaka. Like it's like a fluffy cake. I have seen it on video.
Takoyaki, maybe?
I don't
Is it
know
like
the
a
name.
is it like a circle bowl that you have in line or?
No, no, no. I'm talking about a. It's like a cake. Like they will stamp something on above of it, and it's like very fluffy, yellow color.
Maybe it's a souffle. It's yeah, it's a very fluffy cake. It's not a sponge cake, but it's like a fluffy pancake. If that
Yeah,
makes
yeah. It
sense.
looked like a pancake.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
what
yeah.
what does
Yeah,
that
that's
mean?
what do you mean, souffle?
Sufure. The name is Sufure. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think it's sufure. Yeah. I think so, yeah.
And also the one you told before, it's also I have seen many reels regarding that. The stick one. There will be
Mm.
surplus and something sugar syrup will be there. Some right?
Which one was it? I forgot.
Like the before one you told there will be stick, there will be balls. Some balls will be there and some syrup they will put over it.
Ah, yes. Takoyaki, is that correct?
Yeah, takoyaki.
Maybe. Okay.
Okay, so let's move to the other question. What mindset do you think Japanese people globally expect?
What mindset do Japanese people
If anyone coming,
globally?
if anyone coming to Japan, what
Mm,
they think a person should behave?
mm, how they should behave in Japan?
Yeah, their expectations from other foreigners.
For Japanese people, right?
Yeah.
Mm, I think in this case it will be understanding the manners, cultural manners, definitely. Japanese people, there's a thing called a atarimae, which the word actually means how do you translate it in English? Atarimae is something that you do. It's something like something in common, right? Atarimae is something in common what people do. And for an example, giving a specific example will be if you're on the train, you're not chatting loudly, you're not having a phone call. That's one of the manners or the atarimae rule that we have, the manners that we have in Japan. So I think understanding these cultural norms is maybe some of the expectations that Japanese people will have towards foreigners who's coming in Japan.
So, have you encountered any incident that was very different from the Japanese perspective in Japan?
Mm. Have you? Sorry, what was the question again?
Like, have you encountered any incident that was different from the Japanese culture? Maybe foreigner doing something that they shouldn't do.
Yes, I think I do have that. As I said, manner wise, a very different thing. Chatting in the train as well. But one of the things that it's a big taboo as well in Japan is going to an onsen, which is a public bath, while having a tattoo. And Japanese people in general, onsen is a very traditional Japanese culture that we usually go to a public bath, and having a tattoo, people would, I think, talk to you if people would feel uncomfortable having that. So yeah, that's maybe one of the incidents that I interacted.
Having tattoo is not good in Japan, according to
It's a
Japan.
negative. It's a negative image. It's, as I said, it's changing little by little, and younger people wouldn't think maybe like this, but maybe the older generation will think that having a tattoo associates with the yakuza, which is a Japanese anti social group that they have. Yes.
Okay, okay. Done. Okay. So yeah, you can show that note. It's okay. I will
Okay,
put that
sure.
part.
It's just
So it's
you
five.
just want to take a picture. Yeah, 5 rupee.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I think I'm gonna take off the blur here. Does this work?
yeah, see Indian currency. How you got it?
It was just in my room. I don't know why.
Oh,
And what a
that's really
coincidence.
surprising.
Yeah, what a coincidence. Just having this conversation with you today, finding a 5 rupee in my room. It's so random. Sorry,
So
I just
this
wanted
podcast
to
is going
show
to be
you
super
that.
duper good. That's why. The sign.
Exactly. Exactly. It's a sign. It's a sign. Okay.
Even I have this. I will show you one thing.
Okay.
This was gifted by my cousin brother. I guess this from Japan. I have put it on my back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, is it
That's
visible?
really nice. Yeah, I think so. What is it? Is it a
Um,
stone?
like I don't really know. They told ki it's just gift to keep up, like keep away the bad eye, something like that.
I see. Maybe omamori, we call that like a,
Hmm.
what do you call it? Like a fortune thing that we call it omamori. Yeah.
We mostly bring this, I guess, as a omiyage, souvenir.
That's very nice.
I also have this 10 yen coins.
10 yen, 10
Yeah,
coins. Yeah. That's really nice.
that was
Yeah,
very
well, you can use You can use it when you come to Japan. You can save it until that day.
I only have 40 yen in total.
Maybe you can buy, I don't know, like 3 guns. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, moving further. Okay, I will.
Yes.
Hmm. So, if someone visits to Japan for the first time, any things they shouldn't miss?
It shouldn't miss.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, I would say, well, I mean, obviously, in the previous conversation, I recommended going to rural areas, but obviously, if you're interested in to the big cities, going to Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, Hiroshima, different things is very important because you can make a comparison, right? And maybe one historical place that I visited in on my motorcycle trip as well was Hiroshima, which is the atomic bomb museum, and shows the history of what actually happened during those years, and it's very emotional, I would say, and it gives you a lot of understandings and realization why war should not happen.
Okay. So,
Yes,
that's a place we should visit. And
definitely,
also,
it's a historical.
yeah, what would you like to tell more about that place? Like, even I am interested after listening to you. I want to know more about it.
Mm, please, yes.
So, if we will get to know about war, why should not we have war? Like, what specifically is there? Like, is it museums or is it any park or something?
Mhm. So yeah, there are parks as well, but what I mentioned right now is museums. What I can think of right now is the Hiroshima Atomic Bomb Museum is one of the place, and actually it's connected with the park as well, so you can kind of get the full experiences and learn about the history itself around the area. And yeah, I would say that yes.
Okay, okay, that's really good. Okay, so moving further, it's again the game time, so that you should not get bored in this podcast.
Okay.
We will not let you bored. We will have so many games today.
I'm not getting bored, but yes, I'm really excited. Yes.
Okay, so in this one, I will say you a common situation or I will use one gesture to tell it that we use it here in India. You have to tell how
Mm,
it's done in Japan. For example,
okay.
if I say okay, mostly we say okay like this. But I heard
Mhm.
in Japan we say okay, it's like that, right?
Ah, that is correct. I was about to do this. I was about to do this.
So this is
Okay,
only the
I
game,
understand.
right? Okay,
Perfect.
so let's start with okay only. In India we say okay like this. Okay.
Japan. Or one
Okay.
hand, maybe.
Okay. I actually,
Hmm.
after getting to know more about Japan culture, recently I have started using this only. Whenever I have to say okay to my friends, okay, I'm gonna do it.
That's nice. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question. Does it actually work in your country as well, or people wouldn't understand what it is?
Uh, if they don't know about Japanese culture, they won't understand. It's mostly
Oh,
say
okay.
this is used to say beautiful, like you are looking nice, you are looking beautiful.
Ah, I see. I see. Interesting. I really like that.
Okay. And second is for sorry. Like if we have to say sorry to our friends, here we
Mm.
mostly hold our ears like this and say sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I like that. Really interesting. In Japan,
What?
it's obvious. Well, you take your hat off. Bow. I'm sorry. But you don't really do it towards your friend. It's more about the saying. I think bowing is very more polite and very formal, as I said. Mm.
Yeah, like mostly if we have to, if we get scolded in school also sometimes, our teacher used to say to hold your ears and say sorry like that. We have to do.
Oh wow.
Okay,
So
so
it's
the
a very it's a polite way to say it more. Is it more polite or
um, I don't say it's polite because we with elders we won't say like that. In college we won't use,
mm,
but in child,
mm.
mostly in the school times or saying to our younger ones or our friends like that we use. Like
Interesting.
this is
Thank
a
you.
gesture of saying sorry. That is
Mm.
mostly common in India. If you come to India and if you do like this, sorry, okay, that person is saying sorry, even if you do it once a
Ah,
day.
I see. I see. Maybe I should use it more often as well.
Okay, so the other one, if we have to meet our friends, like if we are meeting, we say hi, hi like this, hi. So
Mm. Maybe like this, just like hi,
hi
hi,
only,
maybe,
same.
or
It's the
just only saying it.
Or I guess, do we
Mm.
bow down even while meeting friends in Japan?
Bowing?
Yeah.
No, I think towards friend, not really. You don't really
Okay.
say hi. Not you don't really bow towards your friends.
Okay.
More of just like I think just saying hi or saying otsukare. It's a word that you use every time. It's very
Okay. How
convenient.
you call someone if you see your friend going from
Mhm.
somewhere like from a distance, if you want to call
Mhm.
them, how you will call them in Japan?
Calling out their name or maybe saying otsukare. Maybe that's I don't know. Otsukare, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you meet someone for the first time, here we do like this, namaste.
Mm. In Japan, I think I'll be bowing a little bit and saying hajimemashite, hajimemashite. Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. I don't know whether I should ask this one or not, but to
Tell me.
ask for money, we do like this, like to money. We do this symbol.
When you want money, like this. In Japan, I would say uh, like this, or maybe
Okay.
just this. This.
This.
This means money.
Oh, okay. This, right?
Only this. Yeah.
Okay. This means money.
This means money. Yeah.
Okay. And to us, we
So
have to do
like
like this.
yeah, I think
Okay.
like money. Like just showing it like this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And the last one, how to say, if we want to say someone to be quiet, we do like this.
Same. I think in Japan as well.
Okay, okay. It's like that.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, that was really a nice game. I enjoyed, especially this. I was not knowing about it.
Money. Yeah. This is money. This is money.
Okay. Okay. So now coming to the anime culture, the
Okay.
biggest hype of anime.
It
So,
is big. It is part of it. Yes.
so is it really that big? Like in real life, we heard Japanese is known for its anime. Japan is known for its anime. So is it really big over there, this anime culture?
It is big. It's very big. Even obviously, like for tourists and foreigners as well. People come from overseas, but it's a big thing in Japan as well. The conversation you have, watching anime is not, it's some people say, it's very nerdy or it's like, it's an otaku thing to do. But it's I think it's very common, just became really common in our society. Just people watch anime. It's a common thing.
So what was your favorite anime while growing up?
That's a very good question. I really like watching anime as well. What just popped in my head right now is obviously one of the biggest anime known overseas as well, but Attack on Titan.
Okay, yeah, I have heard about
Mm.
this. I haven't watched this,
Mm-hmm.
but I know, like it's a famous one.
Mm. Yeah, Attack on
And
Titan is really good.
so why it's your favorite one? Any reasons?
Reasons. The reason it's my favorite anime is that it shows how human society and human psychology kind of works. Um, it shows that, right? It's you can kind of convert it into international relations that we have in today. Um, the perspective that we have is very subjective all the time, and as long there's people, the concept is there is long if people exist, we cannot avoid war, but we could find a way to collaborate, something like that. And it's a very deep understanding, It's I think it's very pierced through the core that
Okay, I
we
should I
all
should give
have
it
in
a watch.
ourselves. Definitely recommendation. Please do.
I have seen these two animes. I don't know. I know their English name. It's Your Name.
Your name, yes.
And the second one is I Want to Eat Your Pancreas.
I want to eat your pancakes.
Yeah, yeah. This is the English
I
name.
never, I never seen that. I don't know the second one. No.
Have you seen the Your Name?
Your name, yes.
Do you like it?
Definitely, I would say I really like the concept. A lot of Japanese anime and as you mentioned, anime movies are, definitely tied with Japanese culture and its beauty as well, right?
Yeah.
Um, there's one anime from the same director. It's called Suzume. Have you seen it? I think it's the latest one from that director.
Yeah, I've listened to the song. I haven't
Okay.
seen this anime, but I've listened to this song, Suzumi.
So for that, it's kind of reflecting to the big earthquake that we had in Japan. And I really like how that anime kind of correlates with the reality that we really had in the past. And it's really um, easier to have more empathy in being connected with the movie itself. So I really like that tradition that we have
So, do you have any recommendations for the anime?
for any anime.
Yeah,
Well, as I said, Attack on Titan is one of my favorites, definitely. Um, to be honest, I don't know. It's just any anime has this different beauty.
maybe on
So
your top
really,
5 or top 6.
top five or top six. Okay, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer is a really good anime as well.
That's famous in India too. Recently, I guess there was some new season released for
Mhm.
this.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah, I heard like there was massive, like many people went to see that in theaters.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the biggest anime in Japan as well. So I
Mm.
would definitely recommend a little bit old anime called Naruto. I think maybe some
Yeah,
it may
Naruto.
be from yeah, yeah. I really like the story itself. Really good. Um yeah, maybe that will be my top three, what I can come, just think of right now.
And like you just now mentioned Naruto. I remembered one thing. It's the story of a boy how he accomplished his dream, right?
Exactly.
I have this on my bucket list.
But it is very long. There's a lot of seasons, so just watch it little by little.
They say ki you can just skip somewhat the starting parts and you can
Mhm.
watch it from a bit later. My friend
Yeah.
recommended that. Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so if coming to the Japanese people, what, how do Japanese people expect friendship? I have heard it's very difficult to make friends in Japan. So is it true?
Mm. Well, I think the first ice break is the biggest part you will have. I think it's more harder for international students as well, because I wouldn't say a lot of Japanese people or students are not really interested in reaching out to new experiences. It's more of being passive. If they have that experiences, they will try it out, but they won't look for a new thing from themselves, right? So making friends, it's hard if you don't really have a common conversation or a common interest that you have. Yeah. So the friends that you have in Japan, the group that people are in is mostly because they have a common thing that they're doing. They're doing in the same circle. They love doing football together. Something like that, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. And I guess there are some activities also that is happening in Japan to promote this friendships and to promote all the international students or in the Japanese students, they will be coming together and perform an activity. Like I've heard this on Meetup and some things. Kind of activities are
Mhm.
in Japan.
Yeah. There is. I mean, there are actually, well, as you mentioned, Meetup as well, applications that you could use, or even for university, they have a program try to promote the interaction between domestic students and international students, because it's really always really nice to interact with people who have different cultural backgrounds. You learn a lot of things. So yes.
And also some international students, they do they face difficulty in acceptance in Japan society?
Mm, yeah, from my experience, what I heard from my international students, it's really hard to express what they think, or it's I think the biggest part of being in a Japanese society is adapting. You have to adapt in order to, I don't know, blend in society, I would say. Mm.
So does it make it difficult to build a genuine connection, genuine relationship in Japan?
Definitely. 100% I agree with that. It's really hard to have a genuine connection with other people, since that I think a lot of Japanese people are not really interested. I would say interested in others, but most likely not interested in themselves. You know, so even they face a hard time. It's more about sharing that thing with other people. Let's go out drinking and let's get drunk and like talk about these things, all the bad things, and yeah, it's not really having a critical. action towards what they think. I don't know. From my personal experience, it's just part of what I think. Yeah.
And okay, this is the most asked question. Like
Mm,
mostly people they asked, what about the dating culture in Japan?
mm. Dating culture in Japan, like what the process of it, or
Like most of the reels they what I have seen and most of my friends seen, they told ki there's a cheating culture. Cheating is very common in
mm,
Japan. So that's why I want
mm.
to know, like everything, how is dating? Are Japanese people interested in that? And why? What about the cheating culture over there?
Well, that's a very interesting question because me personally, like looking at my surroundings, I don't feel that a lot, but I hear a lot of stories from international students and other friends as well that it's very common. And when you think of it, I guess, I don't know, considering our generation, maybe not only specifically in Japan, but people are pursuing experiences, not, I think, like having lack in compassion towards other people is very common as well. But in this case, I think it really depends on the person as well. So, um, yeah. But in general, I think people say, yeah, cheating is a big thing as well. But I can't really make a comparison with a different culture. So, yeah.
Like cheating in the ways, what I have seen from the reels, I'm not sure, so I'm not judging. I'm just
Mm,
keeping my perspective.
mhm,
What they told, if you are going to, if you are cheating with someone, if you are doing double dating, and
mm.
unless and until you are not caught, you are not cheating. Is it right?
Ah, well, I think that's kind of correct. For me, well, when we start dating in Japan, we make a confession, right? Like we confess and like, okay, we're gonna start dating from today. That's a very common thing that happens in Japan. But maybe for cheating, yeah, maybe some people will consider that, you know, they might cheat and they wouldn't change that until they're caught.
And
But
I guess
I think it really depends on the person, yeah.
there's a concept of something, 3 dates. Is
Mhm.
it something like that? Going on 3 dates
Well,
all
I
Instagram
know.
stuff.
I know. There's a general saying, definitely. It's really hard to adapt for me because, just considering my background having, being half American, half Japanese, I wouldn't say I'm fully Japanese, but just living in Japanese society, I think there's some certain expectation. If you're dating with someone, sorry, like dating, I mean like going on a date for several times, you can kind of feel the energy if they're interested in you, right? So I won't say maybe 3 times, but maybe like a little bit more longer term. Um, yeah, if you feel that, you kind of confess. Either one confesses, or
How
just
is it to date a Japanese person?
how is it date as a Japanese person?
Yeah. Like, do you have
Like
any experience?
definitely. I mean, I have a Japanese girlfriend, so yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. But
So, how's
yeah.
your if you don't mind me asking, how's the relation going?
For me personally, I really love it. The relationship that I have, even with my girlfriend as well, romantic relationship, my friendship, with my family as well. I really like to have a real authentic connection. Like it's for me. I really have an emphasis or put importance on sharing what I actually think, you know, sharing with honesty and hearing back honesty. So I'm really happy with the relationship that I have with my girlfriend, with my friends as well. But I think, as I said, as we had a conversation, think a lot of Japanese people not having interest in themselves, they don't really understand what they want in life, what they want in the relationship. It's more of being with someone because they're lonely, right? Or the concept that I don't really like in Japan in this dating is that, for an example, Christmas, it's not about family. It's about being with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like people have this idea of having being in a relationship is everything happy, but it's when you look
Exactly.
inside, it's actually yeah, right, it's actually not always like that. Yeah.
Okay, so
So
just they
yeah.
are in a relationship to overcome that loneliness. They don't exactly know what they want from that relationship.
I think so. I won't say every relationship, but maybe that's a tendency there are in Japan.
Okay, so this is my personal question because in India,
Mhm.
if we date, even at this
Mhm.
age, in our
Mhm.
university, our parent, and if it is found out by our parents, they are going to
Mm.
scold us very badly. So is it same in
Oh,
Japan?
really? Um, how
Do your
would your
parents know about your
parents?
relation?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And
Really?
I think in yeah, I mean, even for me as well, but in Japanese society, even if you're dating in your student year, even you're young, your parents wouldn't really mind or, wouldn't really say anything about it. Not a negative, yeah,
Even when you are in your high
thing.
school and they get to know about it, is that fine?
I think it's totally fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If it is found by our parents, we are thrown out from our homes.
Oh, no way, really? Oh my God.
No, no, like not thrown out, but they
Wow.
are definitely going to be very strict for on this. I don't
Is
know
there
about
is
the
there yeah.
like it also depends family wise, like family to family.
Mhm.
But more in general, most of the parents, like Indian society, they are strict.
Interesting. Is there a reason for that? Like why dating when you're young is very bad or
Uh, I won't say I don't think about a particular reason, but I guess it's just going on from the old generations.
I see.
Like dating culture is not seen as very good in India. If someone is seen
Mm,
doing dating and they the society here, they think them as a bad person. Like,
mm, interesting.
okay, and also like if we are talking about dating, I heard on Valentine's Day in Japan,
Mhm.
girl will give a chocolate to boy. Is that true?
Yes, that is very true. So, just in high school, I don't know, junior high, high school, it's really common that girls give to chocolates to their friends or people or, a person that they like, right?
Okay.
And I think there's another thing called, which is there's a thing called White Day next month on
Okay.
March, and it's the
March.
opposite. It's White Day is a day where the boy gives back a chocolate to the girl, that you received.
So okay, so it's basically a confirmation that I accepted your this that you like me. The
It's
confession.
kind of, yeah, yeah. Um, it could be a confirmation, but it could just be just out of respect. Thank you for
Oh,
giving me this. Now I'm just giving it to you back. Yeah.
okay. Okay. So
Mhm.
does it happen only for the lovers, couples, or I have heard this also happen in the office? Like you give it to your seniors as a way of
Mhm.
respect, showing respect.
Yeah, yeah. It's not a romantic thing. I would say you give it to your friends, your coworkers, just your colleagues as well, just to enjoy that day. Enjoy the culture, I guess. Mm.
Okay. Talking about this, I also remembered one thing that I saw in one Japanese drama. So what
Mhm.
happened during the college time, the graduation time, they gave the second button of their shirt, something like that.
Mm.
Really?
That's well, yeah. I mean, there's a thing. I think there's still a thing. When I was in high school, I see some students giving their, we call it daini botan, right? It means the second button that you
Okay.
give to the person you like or giving to your girlfriend.
Oh wow.
And I
That's really
and I
amazing.
don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. It's just a thing.
But I really like that this culture.
Mm,
So have you
thank you.
given that
Yeah.
to your girlfriend?
No, no, I never did that. Not in high school, no.
Okay. But
Mm.
that's really we call it as Doki Doki moments, right?
Ducky ducky moments, exactly.
So that's really the fascinating part. I love that in Japan.
Yeah, thank
Okay,
you.
so what about okay, like moving to the next question, coming back to the tourist part.
Mhm.
As we have already covered this part, like what are the common mistakes that have tourists often make in Japan? These were like not talking
Common.
on the calls, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
So I think the biggest thing that I mentioned was manners, right?
Hmm. Yes.
Understanding Japanese cultural norms is, I think, from my experience, one of the biggest things, definitely. Yes. Mm.
Any other
Yeah,
things
I can't. Yeah.
you want to mention for this?
As well, manners. Based. I don't know. I think that's the only thing that could really come up right now.
Okay, and
Cultural
I
norms.
heard there are no trash cans in Japan. Like it's very hard to
Ah,
find any trash. Is it really?
thank, thank you for mentioning that. Yes, looking for trash cans are very difficult in Japan. I mean, they don't really have it. Well, they have it like in the station,
Okay.
but you actually, you have to use the train to access the trash can as well. So yeah, you can't really find for trash cans.
But why is that? So like why there are no trash cans in Japan?
I think I'm not 100% sure. I'm not certain, but I think that back in the days, there was an incident where some person put like a bomb in the trash can and it blowed up and something like that. So I think maybe one of the reasons is because for safety reason as well, or it could be a lot of tourists coming in right now, and just setting up trash cans will be difficult for the workers as well. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
So, Sky, you also mentioned before that you studied in Spain. So, what
Mhm.
motivated you to choose Spain over the for the higher studies?
Well, the reason why I choose Spain is that
And how was your
first I
experience
want
over there?
the experience over there as well. Thank you. So the reason why I choose Spain is that first of all, I wanted to challenge myself in a different language. Being able to speak Japanese and English, I just wanted to jump in to a society where I didn't understand the language at all. That's the first reason, and I only had 1 year of study abroad. So in that 1 year, I wanted to travel to different places. So I thought Europe would be very convenient since the continent and the countries are very, neighboring countries and really close to each other. So those are the two main reasons that I choose Spain. And the experience that I had in Spain was extraordinary, beyond my expectations and what I had. Um, Having the background of being bilingual and biracial in Japan, I always didn't really fit in Japan completely, right? And actually, I had that experience in Spain as well. Having different appearance. Being in Japan, people tell me that you look more American. But actually, going in Spain, people tell me that you look more Asian or you look more Japanese. So I'm like, wow, I can change. People see me differently depending on the place I be. And yeah, Spain was very amazing. I interact with people that has different cultural backgrounds. It really expanded my point of view and how I see Japan. Mm.
So we were talking about your experience in Spain, right?
Mhm.
So what difference you found out there from the Japanese culture?
What differs from the Japanese culture in
Yeah,
Spain?
yeah.
Mm. Focusing on student wise, I felt that students in Spain or maybe in Western culture, people are really passionate in their own pursuit of their personal goals. I would say they
Okay.
were more serious about their studies, more serious about their careers. I think because in Japan, it's really I would say it's common for students. For an example, if you're taking the major of international relations, if you're taking major of I don't know philosophy, psychology, even having that your major, and when you start working, it's possible to go for a completely different career, not relating to your major. But yeah, I think I felt that very much. Mm.
Okay, so before you mentioned like you were the vice president in the LinkedIn student club, right?
Mm.
So who are not familiar with this, what is this LinkedIn student club in Japan?
Okay, so LinkedIn Student Club in Japan is a student organization which was created by a company LinkedIn in direct sourcing, and it's an opportunity for students to interact with other students and actual individuals who have worked in their own business or connecting with adults. Because in Japan, the biggest problem that we face is that there's a barrier between students and professionals. So our purpose is to break down these walls and having a more authentic connection with both sides and understanding what they want, what they need, and having just an authentic conversation like this.
Okay, so what's the main
Mhm.
work over there?
During in a LinkedIn Student Club,
Yeah.
I would say it's creating events. So for an example of my third generation, it's like a 3 months project, and we on the final day we had a big event. We did at Microsoft, and
Okay.
it's about preparing those small events, like what kind of collaboration events will be appealing for other students by collaborating with professionals and actually gathering students who are interested. Those are the two main things that we did.
Okay, okay. So
Mm.
looking back to your journey so far, what is something you wish you had known earlier, or you would have changed something in your life that you want?
To be honest, I'm really happy with how I grew up and where I'm heading right now. So I don't really have um, you know, any regrets that I have. Obviously, maybe in the past I was more pessimistic. I did have a pessimistic point of view, but I think it's all about changing your perspective and your perception of how you take that. I don't think the world is about how you perceive it. So if you see things positively, you see things positively. So yeah,
Being optimistic,
no, I don't really have very much. Yes.
right? So what advice you want to give to the students that are watching us, and also those who are planning to come to Japan in future?
So just students in general, just be passionate about what you like. And I think student year is a very important year. You have time, you have freedom, just pursue your interest. I think, and that will lead to career and different people and different connections. So just be curious about yourself, be curious about other people, interact with people who have different cultural backgrounds, and know about yourself more, definitely. And for students who are interested in come to Japan, there might be a lot of challenges, definitely, especially considering tendency of Japanese society. I would say, just maybe you have worries of being anxious about making friends, adapting to society. But if you have an interest coming to Japan, just come for yourself and experience it for yourself. And you never know how you would proceed that in the future, definitely. So, yeah.
Okay, so we have some most asked questions like that students and people generally asked about Japan. So the
Hmm.
first goes like, what's the best time to visit Japan?
What's the best time to visit Japan?
Yeah.
I would say maybe April will be the best time for students specifically, because it's kind of the change of year. In April is you start a new grade in April, and it's easier to have more new interactions with different people. So April will be a very nice time to visit, I would say.
Okay, so the second one is it possible to make friends in Japan? I guess we have already covered that question before.
Hmm. Okay.
So the third one is what's the must visit spots for a foreigner? We have already
Must
covered.
visit. We gotta cover that.
Actually, I made this list of the questions that are asked frequently. That's why.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay, so the other one is racism there in Japan?
The reason, sorry?
Racism is there in Japan?
Racism. Well, I wouldn't say maybe not racism, but there are definitely stereotypes. I think Japanese people kind of categorize Japanese people and foreigners. It's not, small areas of, Americans. Oh, and we kind of idealize, Americans, definitely. I think is a very big thing in Japanese society for what I have experienced, right? It's more of, yeah, Japanese society and foreigners. So people might be judgmental and lack of their experiences. You might feel offended sometimes, but don't forget to just try to explain, in our culture we have these things and they will respect it. It's just of I would say ignorance and lack of knowledge. Mhm.
Okay. And the other one, someone asked if we know daily level of normal, basic level of Japanese, is it possible to stay in Japan?
Definitely, I would say conversation, having sufficient Japanese level. That I think that's the biggest struggles that you will face. So if you're able to cover that, you will have no problem living in Japan.
And do Japanese people like cat or dogs? Which one they
Ooh,
like
that's a
the
hard
most?
one. Wow, that is a hard question. I would say 50-50. Really depends on the person.
Really, because this
Mm.
was seen, most people prefer cats. Like they have seen Japanese people do prefer cats at their home instead of dogs.
Mm. Well, for me, I have two dogs at my house, so yeah, it
Okay.
really depends on the person. But I understand why people like cats because it's more calm. They're kind of doing their own thing at house, and you don't really have to take a walk. So
Okay.
yeah.
And the other one is what about the work-life balance in Japan?
Work-life balance. Well, I'm still a student, so I never experienced the real world working experiences in Japan. But if we're talking about traditional Japanese companies, I won't say there's not really much of a balance. Definitely, it's getting better and better, but um, people don't really say no to what they don't want to do, right? So, for an example, it's really common to after work, maybe on Friday now, it's really common to go to a nomikai, like going out drinking with your boss. Even you go, even you don't want to. It's a very relationship based society. So maybe some people cannot really take the balance between themselves and their family and their own business.
Okay,
So
so
very
that
hard working. Yeah.
okay, so that was the most questions. Like we
Mm.
completed that. So last, coming to the very end of the podcast, we have an activity for you.
Okay,
So
let's go.
for our Indian audience, I will speak some sentences and that you have to repeat. I will be speaking that in
Okay.
Hindi. Okay?
Okay. Okay. Wow, that'll be hard.
Okay. So नमस्ते सभी को.
नमस्ते सभी को.
मेरा नाम स्काई है
मेरा नाम स्काई है.
एंड आप सभी से मिलकर अच्छा लगा.
Sorry, we'll do that again.
आप सभी से
आप सभी से
मिलकर
मिलकर
अच्छा लगा.
अच्छा लगा.
धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद.
So you told, hello, my name is Sky, and meeting you all guys was really nice. And thank you.
Very much. Thank you so much. I
So,
really enjoyed the podcast. Yes.
and at last, yeah, I would like if you can speak something in Japanese. We will be very excited to hear you in Japanese.
Okay. 皆さん、今日は、僕と、千秋さんのポッドキャストを聞いていただき、本当にありがとうございます。まあ、僕のね、経験の話についての話だったんですけど、まあ、僕だけの話じゃなくて、他の日本人の方とかの、話とかも聞いてみて、自分で、日本の情報とかも集めて、日本に興味持って来ていただけたら、すごく嬉しいです。今日はありがとうございました。
Sugoi.
ありが
That
とう。
was really nice. I understood your starting lines, but after that, I lost the pace. Like, firstly, you told me I'm
Uh,
going to share the experience over here and on the Czechs
yes.
podcast. After that, I lost that.
Yeah, after this, I just basically said, today I just talked from basically from my experience. So, if you're interested in Japan, maybe gather more knowledge from different Japanese people, from different sources. And then when you come to Japan, I'm just really excited.
Okay, okay. So thank you so much, Sky, again for joining us today on this podcast. It was really, really, really an amazing podcast with you. I personally learned a lot, and also that that gesture.
Just the money gesture, right?
Right. It was really an
Yes.
amazing podcast with you. Thank you so much once again.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Okay, so yeah, we completed our podcast.
Yay.
Okay,
Thank you so
thank
much,
you.
Ehak. Fist bump. Nice.